The other thing we do need to do, actually, is on both models of destroyer, so the Vasco S and the Callsign Slinky E's, we need to upgrade their AA. It's a very cheap refit. Oh, I don't need to refit it. What was this? This was the Vasco S2s. And then we have the Coastline Slinky E's, which are also doing the same thing. Alright. So we're building 1, 2 Coastline Slinky E's and 3 Vascos. I think that should potentially be the other way round. Let's make that the other way round. So I'm going to get 3 Coastline Slinky E's. And then 2 Vascos. And then we'll finish all of those, and then these ships need to go to the training task force once they're completed. They're only marginally more expensive, but they do have a fair bit better AA, which will be useful for all of my fleets regardless of whether they're operational. Okay, we need more aluminium. Apparently we need lots more aluminium. And a lot less steel. Which means we're actually completely free of American steel. Let's stop buying in... Wait, why is New Zealand a 10? Buy from New Zealand and not from... Oh no, they are as well. In that case, we'll stop buying from Norway. Sorry, Norway. And New Zealand. No, we don't buy anything really from New Zealand. Let's stop buying from Australia. Gotta have them still active in the war effort. How's the air battle going? We significantly outnumber them in the skies now. And we're also doing better and better. Kill death. We're now at 1,200-ish. Much better. Much better. Now we just need to fill the Mediterranean with aircraft as well. And Southeast Asia. Right, are you guys ready for the attack yet? No. You really need Invader. What's the other thing that we're sure? Oh, AA. That's fine. Oh, the Dutch are actually pushing back. Damn it! Again, not needed. Let's go push them out of Java. And we need to get a lot better at defending Java.
Attention! Ready!
Which is going to be your job, Mr. Mabini. And yes, Auchinleck is having supply issues over here, unsurprisingly. How much are we pulling in? How much can we afford? 29.
Ready, sir!
Yeah, and basically all of that is because of supply.
Commands!
This army is just too big. I really need to rejig some of these armies. So this is Home and Special Forces. Or Europe and Special Forces.
Ready to move!
Non-colonial. And this is going to be Asia and Africa. We can do a new theatre, which is not them. It's you. This is going to be the Americas.
Guns!
And then I have this 12, which I can just give to somebody else.
Yes, sir!
For example, Bill Slim.
Ready to move!
And
Yes,
that's
sir.
3 too many, which we can then give to...
Ready!
You've got enough. You've probably
Orders.
got enough. You could do a
Ready
3.
to move.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3. There. Boom.
Ready!
You need a field marshal. See, this is where we need Dempsey. We need another field marshal. So maybe we're not quite ready for an Americas yet. But apparently what we do need is more oil. Lots of my minions are failing us! Oh, we've built all the steel refineries. That's why we suddenly splurged in steel production. Because we must actually be producing a hell of a lot of steel in the UK. Yeah, we are. An awful lot. So next up will be aluminium, once we've researched it. Have I upgraded marine tech? Yeah, marines are completely modern. Improved AA2. Let's get the Mark II Bofors. In fact, that's just a... What's QF? Are these still Bofors? I don't know what the late British AA was. Oh, there's the 17 pounders. We know those from a different game. Sinking submarines. Aircraft, aircraft. Lost a destroyer, but we can replace destroyers fairly easily. It's the other ships which are a bit harder. And actually, speaking of which, I should be double checking these guys for damage, like him, for example. Right, let's go do repair right now. And I should also double check the Asia fleet. Which also desperately needs repairs. I mean, half of this won't take very long. I'll use up a lot of my shipping production, but that's fine. There's a reason I have so many dockyards, is so I can do this. And also, I totally forgot that I usually micromanage navies. Destroyers aren't quite as important, but still need to be done. Upgrade ships, they're already pretty modern. I don't want to refit destroyers because there's no real point for that cost. I'll just be replacing old ships as they get sunk with new ones. And just expanding the navy in general. Like, we've won the war for the seas. The only one that still has a navy that could potentially fight us would be Japan. But even theirs, I'm fairly sure, is getting whittled down. Yeah, they're down to about 200 ships. We, by contrast, to 400. America's got 300. Germany's got 33. Italy's got 28. So, we've smashed them at sea. Absolutely smashed them, and we continue to do so. Do I have a good navy? Yes. Blockade Venezuela. I don't know that we need to, because we're basically blockading everything else. Also, Chile seems to be doing that for us. Whoops. I have no idea what that was. I hate that Hearts of Iron still doesn't have the click protection. Like, EU4 has got it. CK2 has got it. For some reason, Hearts of Iron doesn't. It's where you can't click on a button for like half a second after a message appears. Like one of the options. Oh well. Hopefully it wasn't something bad. I'm going to save it just in case it was. Oh, I could go back to an autosave. Have I done anything in the last few days? Yeah, I just repaired all the ships. Screw that. "26 stockyards being used right now. And that's going to go up as more and more ships go back for repairs. Look at them all. Oh, right. We're still producing one more Vasco. And then we're no longer building out-of-date stuff, which is good. Take over Estonia. Nah, I'm good. Sweden's potentially hostile. Finland, I think, is still neutral. We're at war with the Soviets and with Germany. Estonia would just bog us down. The one that we should probably go for is Sardinia. And also just beating the Japanese in the Philippines, in Pacific. There is absolutely no way that we would hold Estonia right now. And it doesn't look like the Soviets and the Germans are in any interest of fighting each other, which is very annoying. Means that this war is definitely going very late game. Oh, we can get another upgrade. I want to get the Quartermaster General? No. Workhorse could be nice. Democracy support, don't need that. It was the Quartermaster General. Yeah, radar, air bases and naval bases. Upgrade, construction speed. We'll get you. And then after this we may get a naval specialist, but honestly we don't need to. Auchinleck falls ill. Damn it. Excavation 3. Just keep on working your way down. Where was he?
Ready, sir!
That's Richie. Where is Auchinleck?
Ready to move!
That's Lord Gort.
Yes, sir!
That's Gott. Why is it I can never there he is. Recognise Auchinleck. Oh, and you're the commander over here. Damn it. Let's bring in... Well, Bethel's isn't... Well, yes, he is. No, we actually want somebody who's really good at supply management. Like Cunningham. Sorry, Bethel's. We'll bring you back onto the front lines at some point. And I'm saving up air experience. Because we're very close to 44, then I can research the 44 planes and just immediately upgrade them. So we don't lose any efficiency. Meanwhile, German destroyers should get absolutely demolished by our fleet. So they have a lot of aircraft coming in. But we also have a lot of AA. Actually, we don't have a huge amount. Maybe I do need to refit my capital ships. I mean, what I really, really need is the dual-purpose secondaries. Because they can do AA and also regulars. Isn't the late game fun? I tend to find it gets really grindy really quickly. But because we are playing Road to 56, the tech tree also goes a lot later. Like, the game tends for me to get boring after 44. Because there's no new technologies. But now there are. Okay, we are well and truly pushing you back. Who's supposed to be the garrison down here?
Yes, sir!
It's you. In fact, you're taking over all the provinces that he's supposed to be protecting. So you can become the Borneo garrison eventually. Marines, thankfully, are making really good progress through there. Dempsey's not been getting a lot of experience lately. Yeah, we are tearing through Japanese armor. Now that we're actually starting to get some of our tank destroyers out. And they do have priorities. They should be getting tank destroyers before anyone else. And we are overcoming the deficit, slowly but surely. Malaya's going to upgrade soon. Actually, I'm totally okay with that. Because Malaya's having real manpower issues. So having more of the Malayan divisions with my men in them will be better. Although... no, that's irrelevant. Malayan armies are entirely Malayan. They're not colonial. They should really extend the base game tech tree and timeline through the Cold War. They were talking about extending it to the Korean War. When I was talking to Podcat 2 years ago, that's what he was talking about. Whether they'll actually do it or not, I don't know. That's just what he was talking about. Oh, we could upgrade our tanks even further. Yeah, please do. There it is. Malaya is now a colony instead of a puppet. Which also means that we are going to be spending more factories. And even... actually, this is better for us, because it means I can actually manipulate precisely how much rubber I want to be importing instead of all of it. And in fact, we still have too much. Boom. That'll do. And suddenly our reliance on Malayan resources is rather reduced. Okay, purples are starting to filter in, so we should get our garrisons in place pretty quickly.
Ready.
He's level 4 already. How are you doing for terrain? That's going to take a while. What about annexing Canada? It's a puppet. No, it's not. Canada's a dominion. So's Australia, so's New Zealand, so's India. Like, India's contributed so much to this war that they've gone from, I think, 2 steps down to full dominion. Which is actually good for them, because it means they get to use a lot more of their own resources. Although, manpower is still going to be a problem for them. Soyabaya has fallen. Boom!
Yes, sir.
Merton Beckwell Smith is doing an excellent job so far.
Guns.
Let's go crush these guys. Take the island. And then we've got our reinforcements pushing in nice and quickly to secure the entire territory. Then we're just going to go island hopping. And these are marines, so I can just literally just go island hopping. We're just going to do that. And hopefully this secures the Dutch East Indies. Meanwhile, America doing some serious work. We're at the end of the month, 44. Then I'm going to get dive bombers and fighters at the same time. The 1944 models. And then we can plan the attack on Borneo and Sulawesi. If you retrofit your capital ships, likely put them out of action for the majority of the rest of the war. Not necessarily. Refits only take a long time if you're doing the hull or the turrets. Or the engine. Hull and engine are the main ones. Turrets, lesser, but still a long time. If you're just doing like AA, less so. AA, torpedoes, mines. Oh, armor is another one that takes a long time. Anything in the hull. Let's put it that way.
Orders. Move, move, move.
Move, 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 indeed. Go Marines. And once the Japanese are on the run, it should be very difficult for them to
Ready.
reposition themselves. Alright, Platt, you've only got 2 troops. These are both Malayan. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to return these to Malaya. You can do that just by disbanding them. They're not actually disbanded, they're just
Fall
returned.
in.
And then Mabini, I'm going to want you to hold on to these islands too, please. Thanks. And these guys are on the run, so they just shouldn't have an opportunity to recover their organization. It is now January 44. This is already being done. Good. In that case, let's go for Spitefuls. 46 days. Nice. Tempests. And I think I'm also going to go for the mosquitoes. Go. Any other decisions available? War propaganda, which we don't need. Oh, support Percy Hobart. Percy Hobart becomes a general. Interesting. Operation Catapult, which I'm guessing we can't do. Ah, Finest Hour. War support. Well, again, we don't need it. Except apparently these boost America as well, so maybe we do. Improved worker conditions is something I think that we are going to need at some point. Land equipment manufacturers, what's that do? Land equipment experience cost. Oh, of course! I totally forgot you could upgrade that stuff. That is another change. Is that you can now make variants of this stuff. We're already making Mark 1s. When's the new version come available? Oh, not until 48. Yeah, we may as well bump the living daylights out of the small arms equipment then. I was making the old version. Damn it! 80 weapons we definitely don't need. Mortars, increased defense. Reliability can go up even higher. Ooh, can't afford that though. How much do I need to do both of this? 225. We'll save up to 225. And yes, I know I'm still making the old stuff, but we should be able to get army experience pretty quickly. Meanwhile, we need to buy in some more resources, so India, congratulations. You are a trusted supplier. Get out the Dutch East Indies.
Attention.
Tank destroyers and equipment. I think that's just a matter of it arriving, although we've gone down by 18,000 since I last checked, so maybe we do need to go up a bit more. We could really do it just building more factories. Okay, we're now working on the infrastructure in Middle East. Although I think what I want to do is upgrade these guys first, so I can actually start putting some factories there, because I don't think I've done that yet. Also, we need to repair Yorkshire, Lothian, Lanark. Repairs will not take long. Ah, America's starting to do a naval invasion of Venezuela. Good. We're at least just holding the line here. It's too bad about Trinidad. There's not a huge amount I can do about that.
Ready to move.
Alright, these guys are all ready. So, infantry units were needed in this army, I think.
Ready to move.
Yep, that's the 424.
Attention.
And then this is the new desert army. Which I guess is going to come out here. And they can be led. Actually, Auchinleck would be a great leader for this. 100% led by Auchinleck. And you guys can be yellow because you're sandy. And you are deserty. Do the desert rats have a thing here? Scottish Command, Aldershot, Southern, Western, Eastern, Northern, 14th, 10th, 8th, 2nd. 8th was the desert rats, wasn't it? How's the Royal Navy? kicking ass and taking names. Royal Navy has actually done a great job so far. So let's see if we can link up with Iraq. We're going to begin some offensive maneuvers versus the Soviets. Push them back up to Turkey at the very least. Huzzah! That also means that
Ready, sir!
shock troops need to get ready for some military action. And I really need Dempsey to hit his level 6 nice and quickly. Frogger Pirate coming in with a 13-month resubscription. Thank you very much for that, Frogger Pirate. Very much appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Meanwhile, how are we doing down here?
Ready, sir!
Oops. You stopped. Oh no, you stopped! Why did you stop?
Keep your distances!
Bugger. And they got caught.
Attention!
Fortunately, because of the way this works, we're going to have these idiot Colonial troops constantly trying to push across there, trying to retake it. It's like, don't do that! You'll lose hard! Oh, Soviets doing a massive invasion. Which we are countering very easily. Not getting much intel against the Soviets. They must have tacked up further. Yeah, we are smashing the Soviets down here. How many losses have they incurred? We've incurred 2.3 million losses on this front alone. That's the only place I've been fighting them. I remember the days of Heart of Iron 2 when pro Navy players just stack as many cruisers as possible and doom stack across the seas. Yeah, thankfully that's changed.
Ready, sir!
Fortunately, I can't set up a planning prep here. So it's going to be just a matter of you getting all the equipment you need and then trying again. Meanwhile, heavy tank destroyer deficits are evening out. That's some excavation finished. Ah, last one. Excellent. Let's take a look at Britain. Oh yeah, we have loads of factories that we can build. Good stuff. Good stuff. Especially here. 7 available. Nice. 11 destroyers. Germany keeps trying and keeps on failing hard. I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm really not. Meanwhile, we have a bunch more destroyers, which can be added to that fleet, because these guys are still in training.